Hello everyone, today I want to show you a quick and easy do-it-yourself hack for your Jeep soft top for the rear window. So in my case I have a best top soft top. It's not the original one, but I'm pretty sure that would work with the original one. And I have a TJ, Jeep Wrangler TJ, so it's a 97 Jeep Wrangler, and I'll try to find out if this hack works for the other year with the JK and the YJ as well. So if I want to put the rear window up, I have two ways to do that. Right. First one is I take the rear window, and I roll it just like that, and then right here I have some elastic loops that I can hook the window to, and then it will stay open. And I use that mostly if I want to drive. Then it'll stay open like this. And the other way, if I want to access the rear, I just take the rear window and then throw it on the top like this. And that's probably what most of the people do, which is fine most of the time. But for me, I wanted something different and better for two reasons. First reason is sometimes I cook in the back of the Jeep, so I have my food box here, cooking box, and I put it in the rear of the Jeep. So if it rains a little bit, I would like to have some protection on top. And the second reason is that when I have my awning on top of the Jeep to the side, the tarp that I have goes right here, so it's kind of difficult I cannot throw the rear window on top of it, so it's kind of difficult to do that. So I needed something that would hold the rear window up, so that I can access my food compartment and everything in the back, if it rains, so that I don't get wet. So if you have a hardtop, it's a totally different story, and this is what you can do.
So I'm at work, parking lot at work, and this is Harry. Hello, Harry.
Hello.
Harry has a nice Rubicon Unlimited Wrangler. What year is it?
2008.
2008. Okay, and he has the hardtop. So I want to show you what you do what you can do when you have a hardtop. So, but I think first Harry needs to take the bike rack off. If not, he cannot open it. So I'll let him do that, and then I'll show you. Okay, bike rack is off the Jeep. So I don't know, Harry, if you want to open the tailgate and the rear window, and boom, done. So if you have a hardtop, that's what you can do, and with a soft top, I cannot do that. So yeah. Thanks, Harry.
Welcome.
So yeah, so if you don't have a hardtop like me, then you cannot do that. But I found an easy way to simulate like the hardtop rear window and keep it open. So let me show you what I did. So I made two rods. So those two rods here, they're aluminum. They're 1/8 thick. And they're roughly 32-inch long and 1 inch wide. And what I did to those rods is I put on one end, I put a groove, and on the other end I put a slot. I don't know if you can see. Right, so they're both the same, they're identical. So I made them out of aluminum, but the mock-up that I did, I used wood, and I'm pretty sure that would work as well. So those are the two rods. And on the soft top, let me show you the modification that I made. So on the soft top here, you have a rail that goes at the bottom of the rear window, and I'm pretty sure that's the original one, come with the original soft top, and then I reuse it for the best top. So I don't know if you can see here, but I put like a bolt at the end of the rail, so I have one on each side, and I leave a little gap. It's hard to see, maneuver this thing here, but I left a gap here between the head of the bolt and the end of the rail, which is roughly the thickness of the aluminum rod. Right, so I have that on each side, and I'll show you in a minute how I made this. Right, and now let me show you how everything works together. One thing I forgot to show you. So if you have a soft top here, there is like a groove here that's attached to the Jeep, and there is this piece of the rail here that's going to be inserted in the groove, and that keeps the window tight when the window is down. So how does my hack and idea works? Very simple. So I have these two rods here. So I take the first one, and they're the same. And I'm going to put the slotted part in the on top of the groove that I just showed you that's attached to the Jeep, right? So I just slide it in, and then I put the groove part here at the top. I just put it in the on the bolt. So I put the bolt in the groove here on one side, and I do the same thing on the other side. Put the slot, the groove here, and then the bolt in the groove, and voila, I got a rear window that stays up, and now I can access my food compartment. I can cook, and I'm protected from the rain, just like you have on the hardtop. So here is a closer look at the attachment point. So this is the piece that is attached to the rear of the Jeep, and where the rail goes. So I use this, and the top part here is pretty thin. Not sure what it is, might be like 1/16 of an inch, pretty thin. And then, as you can see here, you know, the slot goes right in and just keeps it in. And then if I look up here, a closer look here, that's the groove part of the rod, and that's the bolt that's at the end of the rail. You can see it fits in it. I can tighten up if I want to, but it's pretty much how it works. So it's not perfect, of course. I mean, it's sagging a little bit, but for what I do, it's great. It works really well. What I could do possibly to make it a little better is to put another piece of rod here that connects this rod, maybe with a pivot point here. I would go from here to maybe the roll bar in the back, and then that would put tension on the rod going back, and then by putting a tension, then the sagging would go away a little bit, but I don't think it's worth it. I mean, it works fine this way, so pretty happy with that. So now let me go a little more into detail on how I made it. If you wanna make those rods, and I'll put all the dimensions in the description. So the rods, like I said, they are like scrap aluminum. They're 1/8 thick. They are 32-inch long, and they're 1 inch wide. The slot here is slightly above 3/8 of an inch in diameter, or whatever that is. And the reason is the bolt that I use is a 3/8 coarse thread, and the length, the overall length of the bolt is 1 inch. Okay. The groove here is 1 inch thick. I don't know. The hole here is 1 inch thick, and as you can see, there is an angle. I angle the groove so that you know, it works well for the rear window here. So I had to put an angle, and the angle I just measure with my phone, and it seems to be 45 degrees. So that's easy. And what else? I think that's pretty much it for the rod. And now let me show you what I did to the rail, because you are going to need to modify the rail a little bit. Let me show you closer. So as you can see, the rail is hollow. It's a tube, and it's actually a channel. So there is a gap here at the top, and the reason you have that is so that you can slide the rear window in the channel on the rail. So there is this piece of plastic or rubber attached to the rear window that you slide in and out to remove or install on the rail, right? So what I did is I use like a 3/8 coarse tap to tap the hole, and I had to go gently because you can see it's pretty thin and it's open here, so I definitely didn't want to crack that. So I went gently and I threaded the rail here, and then I just have to screw the bolt in here. So the overall length of the bolt is 1 inch, and you don't want it too long, and the reason for that is let me turn the camera here, if the bolt is too long, then you're going to catch the soft top when you're going to reinstall the rear window when you want it closed. So 1 inch worked for me. On both bolts are the same length, and I screw them until I get a gap here that's a little above 1/8 of an inch, which is the thickness of the rod that I'm using. And you don't need to need to put any torque. Just tighten like snug, and then it's okay. It's not going to go anywhere. It's really just to support the rod. The groove goes here, and that's pretty much it. So I did the same thing on the other side. So both sides are identical, and same as the rods, they are identical as well. So there is no left or right with the rods. So this is it. You've seen how it works and how I made it. Then when I'm done, just pretty easy to take down as well. Take the first rod off, second one, done. And then I store the rods right there. I have a gap between my bed platform and food storage compartment and the rear of the Jeep, so they just go in there and they stay there, so they're always handy. So that's it. So there is one last thing I want to do in this video, is to check if this idea works on other Jeeps with a soft top. So I'm thinking about the YJ, which is the older Jeep, the body style, and then the JK, which are the newer one, just like my buddy Harry that you saw earlier in the video here, but he has a hardtop. So I know at work that there are a few people that have YJ with soft top and JK with soft top. So I think tomorrow, before the end of the week, I'm going to go and bug them and see if this idea works on their Jeep, and then you'll know. So I am at work and looking at this nice Rubicon here, JK with a soft top that belongs to Jordan. Hello Jordan.
Hello.
So what year is it?
2014.
2014.
Yeah.
It's nice. Really like the color.
Yeah, the gray. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really cool. Really nice.
With the bike rack.
Yeah, of course. You need a bike. You need a bike, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So can you show me? I want to see if I can do the hack or the idea I have for the soft top on your Jeep. So if you can open the rear window and see what you have in there. See if we can do the same thing over here. Okay, so the piece that's here, so this is plastic. On mine it's metal, but that would work. You can put the same rod, maybe a little thicker here, but that would definitely work here and there. So half of it would work. And can I look at the rail that you have? So let me try to get a good look here. And it's the same thing. So it's a channel as well. So it's like that's the rail for the rear of the window, and there's the exact same channel I have on my best top for the TJ. And let's look on the other side. it's hard to see with the sun here, but it's the same thing. It just looks like the rubber piece that goes inside the channel. Where's my video? I lost it. Oh, here it is. Okay. They look like the rubber piece is flush on both ends. So if you want to make it work on the JK, the idea I have, you would probably have to trim a little bit of the rubber piece here that's attached to the rear window. But then there's actually the channel is thicker than on mine, so it'll be less risky to tap it. So yeah, good news, Jordan. You can do
Nice.
you can do that on your soft top too, on the Jeep.
Now I want to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah.
So thanks again, Jordan, for letting me look at your Jeep, and now you know that you can do it, so do it. I was also going to show you if this idea works on a Jeep Wrangler, the YJ, the older one, but I couldn't find one on the parking lot. So a buddy of mine, Jonathan, sent me some pictures of his wife's Jeep, really nice red Jeep. And as you can see, it will probably work as well. There's the same bracket on the rear of the Jeep that I have on mine, and so I'm guessing the rail is the same or very similar. So I want to say I'm 99% sure that would work on the Jeep Wrangler YJ. So, and as far as the JL, which is the newest Jeep, I do not know if that would work. I have not seen one with a soft top, so I can't tell. I'm going to say yes, but that's a wild guess. I would need to know or to look at the bracket on the rear of the Jeep and look at the soft top, the rail, see if it's the same design. So if you know, please let me know in the comments below, and then we'll know. Thank you. Well, this is it for today. Thank you everyone for watching. Please subscribe, like, and if you have any questions or comments, please leave them below, and I will see you in the next video. Talk to you later. Cheers.